Welcome back to Tell the World podcast. I'm your host, Ota. I hope you're having a blessed Sunday. So today we'll be talking about internet dating. I had a question asked, was internet dating okay, and why are everybody doing internet dating now? Well, internet dating has become so big online and on social media now. So people find it, more easier for them and accessible to go online. Some people don't have the time to get out and look for the pleasures of dating someone and meeting someone out there in public. So some people just choose to, do dating online in their spare time. And so their spare time gives them that option to, just create a profile and a description of themselves and some things that they like to do and what they're looking for in a person. And so you push it out there as you submit it, and so you created a profile of yourself online. And back then when I was growing up, it wasn't called online dating, but most so you could buy a magazine, a teen magazine, and you could, go to the back of that magazine and you would see a person's profile or picture or just a profile, which is the description of themselves, telling you what they like to do. And if you find interest in them, you could just, get their address right there in the back of the magazine and write them a letter. And so if you have something in common, you meet each other, by just communicating through letters. And so that's how it was back then. Now, technology has changed now. It has upgraded now. So people are choosing to go online now and to look for that online dating now. So people can actually meet somebody out there by just going online, logging in. And they can find someone to fall in love with. It's right there, like a push to the button. It's like rubbing a genie lamp. You wish, and your wish is their command. They have it out there. Is online dating safe? I wouldn't say it's 100% safe because you don't know who you're meeting. So nothing's safe. It's a big risk. It's a big chance. And sometimes just communicating through just messages is not always enough to know the person that you're talking to. Because some people can, catfish and fool you. There was a case one time where a woman, older woman, was dating someone online, and she started sending this person money. And within sending this person money, eventually this person started to move away from her because when the money ran out, he left. His time ran out for that person. And so I guess this really hurt this person. And family and friends, I believe, suggested that she get an investigator involved in it. And once they found out about this person, they found out that this person had did this to more than just her. There were other women that were done this way. So it is a big risk. Are there some good parts about dating online? Well, if you meet someone and the connection is good and the vibe is feeling right, then there's chances out there that you could find true love. But times are so different now. People are such in a hurry that they rather just go online and just see you type it in words than just to see your face. There's some people who would just rather have communication online and they don't never have to see you. They could just rather just chat with you, So conversation and love and connecting and dating is dealt in so many ways than just one. But when it comes to dating someone, you're meeting them, you may not know everything about them because you're in the virtual world. So the virtual world means that that person can type up anything that they want to you. So you never know. So you just, have to really play it safe. And when you sign up on a dating site, read the reviews, do your research, and read those comments. And make sure that you read everything, good and bad, to see if it's something that you would want to just, take a risk of doing. It's all a risk. Life's a risk, so we're going to take those chances. So you just give yourself a chance to see. But remember that it's virtual, so you don't see that person. You only see in words. And so sometimes people can play with your words and only put up what they want to put up for you to see. And so you may not see everything about, what the person's really saying or how they really feel. So it's all a big risk. It's all a big chance. So is it best to meet that person and meet that person's friends and family? It's all a risk. Like I say, if you don't know enough about this person, you don't see them enough, then you really don't know much about them. From hearing stories about online dating, I've always heard stories that probably was not good stories to hear, because most of these stories I heard, they turned out to be bad for people who were doing online dating. And some of them became very domestic, and some of them became too crowded, where this person wasn't giving that person space because they didn't know that this person might have had some issues there. And so when they saw the warning signs there and they tried to pull out, it was kind of like too late. So online virtual wise is sometimes not good, because you don't know that person enough. You're in another state, they're in another state. They could be in the same state you live in. You just never know. Now they have online dating for sex, where you could get sex the same day. It's out there. And so you're out there, and you can, by your location, you could get a notification that someone's right around the corner and they're looking for a good time and some fun. Can we meet? And you'll see your location is not too far from theirs. Social media, online dating, all of that is just so close to our fingertips that we can have anything that we want to have, our desires. And sometimes people can play on your words and use your words. And in the end, they will say, well, no, that's what you wanted. That's not what I was feeling, but I only responded to what you wanted to hear. And people get hurt through online dating. I mean, chances are you could find somebody, and there's probably cases out there where people did find true love. Now, we have eHarmony, they may show love connection on a commercial, but we don't know if that's real or not. And you have to remember, it's a commercial. They're selling a product, so you don't know. It's a big risk. I mean, sometimes people get desperate. They will say anything. And these days, fake profiles out there are out there bad. And sometimes you can rush too fast and come across someone that you may not want to get involved with because you don't know enough about them. Most of those sites are filled with a bunch of people that, are mixed with a whole lot of things going on with them. And some people are really, really looking for love, and they're looking for it in the wrong place. You ever heard that? Looking for love in all the wrong places? There are wrong places out there. It's a true statement. Online dating is a big risk, and I hate to keep saying that, but you have to make sure that you slowly be mindful and be educated about it, the pros and cons about online dating. And you need to read those reviews in some of those cases. There was a case in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A young lady and her 2 kids got killed by the boyfriend. Now, they were a couple. A couple. This guy slaughtered his family and moved out of state. And they brought him back now. So now he's incarcerated right now. And, that case right there just proved that, he killed his family. Now, was there some domestic violence going on within that situation? Was it a situation where the young lady couldn't get herself out of? Where she felt like if she did leave, he was going to do it anyway? Or she felt safe to stay to keep from harm being done to her? It's all a risk. Even when you're dating someone in your town, it's all a risk. We never know enough about a person. Only when you move in, only when your feelings get too deep involved, and then we start to find out these things. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they're horrible, because there's many cases out there about online dating and how far they can get out of hand where people really get hurt in this. And not only you get hurt, but family members outside the family who's trying to stop this situation from getting worse or gets hurt. So it's never always safe because you're practically meeting strangers. When it comes to online, you're meeting all sorts of people, all kinds of different personalities. And there's some crazy stuff out there. And a lot of things we are not ready to see go wrong in our lives, because that's how the internet is. And so these apps that's out here, you have to understand these apps. These people jump from app to app, dating site to dating site, doing the same thing, looking for love. But what kind of love are they looking for? What's the obsession of going online? Some people just use it for their own personal gain. Some people just use it for sex. Some people just use it just to rip off people for money, rob them. And you never know that you may be putting your life up at risk too. So it's all chances. It's all a big risk. So people use it because it's quicker access to get to. It's personal. It's on your phone. You can download the app. You can be curious about the app. You can go online and give it a try. It's out there. And it's up to people, because you don't want to tell people what to do. People are adults. But also, if you care about a person, you want to make sure that you give them, information about it. It's only fair to, drop knowledge out there about certain things. No one's hating on it. It's just that, it's crazy these days. And a lot of crazy stuff is happening to good people who just don't deserve to have harm done to them. So research these apps, look at the good reviews, look at the bad reviews, and see if that's something you want to do. Now, if you're in a real, just trying to get yourself into a new relationship and it's one-on-one, the rules do apply. It's the same thing. How much you know about this person. And sometimes you can say, well, we've been in a 2-year relationship. I never knew this person could do this. Everything's a risk. Everything. But when it comes to online, there's a bigger broad of people out there. And all these personalities out there may not be quite right for you in your life. There's a lot of obsessive people out there. There's a lot of danger out there. So you have to be precautious about online dating, because your life and other people that are involved in your lives, you're putting their lives at risk. I'm not going to knock it. I'm just saying that there's pros and cons about it, good and bad, yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. So everybody just have to just do their research. Hey, there's even cases where people said, hey, it worked out for us. We met each other, we hit it right off, and we've been together for these many years. Like I say, there's some good parts, there's some bad parts. It doesn't work for everybody. Some people it does work for. Just like regular life, the relationship works, the relationship may not work. There's risks, but there's bigger risks online, because it's just tricky, because you don't know everything. And even in person, you still may not know everything. And the difference is between, in the city you stay in, you may have people that may know this person. They may know this person's family. And sometimes you can get a little bit more details and information and understanding about the person versus just knowing about them online. It's a big risk. It's all a toss-up. It's a big risk. We all are looking for love. And we're looking for something that's trustworthy and committed, and someone that we can grow old with. Some people laugh at online dating and say, you got to be crazy going on that site. You meet all kind of crazy people. Everybody's feelings about it is just different. Some people been doing it for a long time, been doing it for years, and still haven't found the right person. You know why? Because they probably came across some people that wasn't right. And some people are obsessed with the site, so they choose to keep trying. And some people are on there just to abuse it, take advantage of people. They're not caring about hurting them. And so they jump from group to group looking for the same thing, the same involvement of how they're on the groups. So you have to find out what's good for you and what's bad for you. And just understand your feelings versus just understanding your last relationship. See some things that you might have done that might have not been okay, or what did you learn from your old relationship, and kind of like prep yourself to do some things different when meeting someone. It's not okay to give your all to a person. It's not okay to give your spirit all to a person, because you just never know people's agendas. This is only to keep you from getting hurt fast. It's okay to be a little shocked, or it's okay to just get some understanding real fast and just say, you know what, I'm not that shocked. Sometimes it's best to be aware of these signs before it gets out of hand and you become clueless, like, I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know this was going to happen. It's a big risk. So online dating is, to me, is like some people personal game. Why are you on here? What you looking for? There's been cases where I've heard online dating with people, and this was many years ago. So I've been knowing about online dating for a while. People have dated people, and the relationship just didn't turn out right because this person was making excuses to be with that person. And come to find out, this person had already had a previous relationship. Why they could not leave that person and come be with the person that was looking for love. Because some people have personal games, and some people just don't know what they want, that they do these type of things. Are you going to find true love in a club? No. Partying? No. So you have to treat online dating like anything else out there, because you're going out there into that valley of just mischiefs of so many people that are out there that you don't know how to pick them out. You don't know which one is good, which one is bad, because you're walking through that fire there, that online fire. I remember my instructor told me one time in class that many people will look at the internet as being evil because people's intent sometime on the internet is not always good. There are a lot of fake pages out there, and people creating fake things out there to mislead people on. So you just have to just be a little bit more aware and knowledgeable about, going certain places on the internet, because you never know someone's agenda that can cause you harm and interrupt you in your life. We all deserve to have love. We all deserve those chances to experience love. We all want that committed relationship. And sometimes we don't find them in the right places. And the pattern becomes we're never meeting the right people because we're following the same trail and the same pattern that keeps causing us to run into the same people. And it just becomes a downer in our lives where sometimes people just give up on love. You don't have to give up. You just have to change some things about your emotions and not be too quick to, put yourself into something that may not be quite right for you. Patience is one thing. To have patience, but to have patience, to develop all of that requires patience. To develop anything that you need to improve in life requires patience. So patience requires for you to take your time. Relax. Don't rush it. Don't want it too fast. Many times we do things in our lives and we want it too fast, and it happens so fast that we get put down, let down fast, because we didn't go in there with the right emotion. We went in there with the wrong emotion. You got to have the controlled emotion to have understanding. You know, it's an impulse thing of ourselves and stuff about wanting something real fast, that adrenaline, that rush. Everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves that trust, that love, that patience, that relationship that's going to work out for us forever. Meeting that right person. I've seen it out there where couples work together, they laugh together. I've seen it, I see how it works. Nothing changes about meeting someone. There is love out there. There is marriage. It's about meeting the right person. It's not technical, but sometimes when you're online, sometimes that's where it does really get technical because we all don't know what we want. So use good judgment, and I wish everyone the best in relationships because we deserve that. This show is not to detour you from dating, but to give you more awareness to make sure that you're on the right site that works for you. And hopefully all those things that you want in life when it comes to relationship works out for you. That concludes the podcast called Tell the World.